the other thing I've been asked about, which, again, if you watch Seige, if you watch Sean.B, you probably already got your answer, but this summoned monster event, this tells you a lot. It does. This is very telling of what people are grabbing. Obviously, the dragons are just cool for new players. They just like them. But also, Zaiross is just an S tier cleave unit. And all the rest of this is pretty much stuff that you actually just want going into the mid game, late game. So these people, I think, are either being informed of what to grab, or they're OG players making new accounts. Ponder your orb? Okay, you ponder your orb, buddy. The existing and returning summoners, though, I think this is where I would actually look normally to get a vibe for what I'm grabbing. Even as a new player, this is going to be your more thought out decisions. These people thought through what they wanted, or they've known for years and they've been waiting for a specific monster. These are going to be your meta giants. They show up all over the place. Everybody likes them. You're probably going to like them too. I would not shy away from this list at all. Being said, there are a couple of standouts, and by a couple, I mean I have a list. I have a priority list. Oh, and hey, Eric just joined. Maybe? My audio goofed, or is that what he meant by he'll be right there? Must have been what he meant. I sent it to him, so I'm gonna jump into our messages real quick. Here it is. Okay. So, what I was telling him was order of operations. I'm grabbing a nat5 for giants, then dragons, then artifact dungeons, and spiritual realm. Then I'm grabbing arena defense monsters. Then I'm grabbing arena offense monsters. After that, I'm grabbing my sub-team for arena offense monsters, and lastly, I'm grabbing world arena monsters. That's not going to be 100% accurate for all of you. Some of you are pretty focused on Siege, so like all of this advice just goes out the window for you guys. But specifically what I was talking about was, if you don't already have them, I was telling everyone to grab yourself the Teshar. And I can't even begin to believe I'm original in saying that, but seriously, you need this dude. He's so good, so important. You can play the game without him. I've done some teams without him. I've got some videos that are scheduled out that don't use him, specifically just to challenge myself to try to not use him. But seriously, guys, the game's just so much easier with him. This is the number one nat5 I would look at, without question. If you don't have Teshar, you need Teshar. And lucky you, you've got 2 ways now to get a free choose your own nat5. So make Teshar one of the 2, please. Please. If you have Teshar, which my main already did, we're looking at Liam. So this is actually what I grabbed on my account. Liam is for speed dragons. Not quite as important, but only a little behind. Seriously. Absolutely crazy unit, and a pretty difficult dungeon that he helps you with, so it feels pretty significant to me. Thirdly, what I'm recommending, and I don't think I have her, so I'm coming in here for this. We are looking for Miss Brandia, and they finally got rid of her ice cream cone head, so we can actually play her without, you know, feeling horrible at the game just because we have this unit on our screen. Her third skill just destroys Rift Beasts, destroys the artifact dungeons. It's even used in Spiritual Realm in certain teams. This unit's crazy. This is third place, for sure. Grab yourself a Brandia. Fourth place is more about the manual team, but also it gives you an entry point into certain Siege comps and into certain RTA comps, and it helps you learn those pieces of content a lot easier, I feel. I don't own her, but this is Sonia. Her big deal is her second skill will ignore defense, and it's a single target, just absolute nuke. Monstrous guard crush here. And then the evasion passive is just the cherry on top. She's so good at just rotating turns and picking your opponent's team apart one monster at a time. It feels so bad to get hit with, to be honest. We'll get to Leo. We'll talk about Leo, I promise. He actually comes in last, and we're going to call him a special honorable mention. That's what we'll call him. Man, just spoiling my flow. Alright, so once we've got a Sonia, though, I would recommend arena defense monsters. And my number one pick for arena defense monsters is Vanessa. So we've got the 33 speed lead with a reviving passive to help you with arena defense. This is super annoying to get through. I love her. She's also just hyper meta. You see her all over the place. I would actually call this the meta. But in addition to just being a crazy monster on arena defense, she's also very usable in arena offense, RTA. I've even seen some Siege comps with her. They're not as good. Mostly because her main use is the 33 lead. But she also has a strip defense break, damage proportionate to enemy max HP on skill 2. And a cooldown reset on skill 1. Low activation rate, but it's there. You can stop a Perna res with Vanessa skill 1. Again, this thing's crazy. Once you have a Vanessa, though, we need something to pair with her. And personal favorite, crowd favorite, meta favorite. Ooh, where is he? I don't know why I'm looking in here. I own one. And I just passed him. Good old Triton. So, don't look at my build. I didn't realize I had 100% resist on Triton. Not important. Triton is a speed contester. The big deal here is he just pushes everybody's attack bar back, but also acts as a strip. This shuts down things like Tiana. A lot of speed contesting strip units on attack just do not have his base speed, which can usually mean he actually goes first. But the big thing here is you're stripping and pushing back, so hopefully, best case scenario, you're not hitting everybody. You're stripping and pushing back either their setup unit or their nuke, and then your team just gets to cut, or their turn order gets out of sync, and either way, they just can't capitalize and they can't finish you. and this lets you run a lot for the other two units for some sustain or some threat or whatever. It just opens you up. So this would be my next pick. If you have Vanessa, definitely grab yourself a Triton. Let's say you got Triton, though. You've got Teshar, you've got Liam, you've got Brandia, you've got Sonia, you've got Vanessa, you've got Triton. What do? Well, now we're looking at arena offense. Now we want units that you can kill things with, and personal favorite, Zaiross. If you don't have a Zaiross at this point, and you've got your arena defense set up, again, don't look at my build. My whole account needs to be re-runed. I've gotten a lot better runes. If your Zaiross, or if your offense isn't there yet, Zaiross will get it there. Almost guaranteed. As long as you have some sort of setup for him. Personally, Galleon's my favorite. He just eats everything. So that's why you're seeing him on that pick list already. That's just in-game saying what's already been grabbed. He's there for a reason. It's not just because look cool. He is a good unit. If you already have the Zaiross, or maybe you've got Fire Yuji, or you've got Fire Jack, I think was the non-collab version of Itadori from JJK. I don't remember for sure. Anyway, if you've got a cooldown resetting nuke, even Psama counts. You could be running like Psama Alicia, and this would be fine. If you have that set up already, then I would jump to the next unit, and that, for me, is Tiana. Tiana was my second nat5, and seriously, it's carried me through PvP. It's free for me. I don't have to try, and it's because this skill is absolute. I think somebody just mentioned a second ago, Leo. Why isn't Leo on here yet? You're right, absolution skills are the best thing in the game. Period. But if you can't build your units, that really doesn't matter. And if you can't get more units, that also doesn't matter. And to me, building your units means having dungeon teams, hence the Teshar, Liam, blah, blah, blah. And getting more units means having steady crystal flow, the ability to do ToA, things like that. And Arena, RTA, Siege, Guild War, those are your ways of getting more scrolls, which gives you more summons. All of these units will help you get those created without having to have all these crazy nat5s anyways. So, like, Leo only matters a whole lot if you need him. And again, we'll get to that, I promise. But my next pick, personally, is Tiana. Love her to death. Such a good unit. But you've got Zaiross, you've got Tiana, your arena offense is okay, but you kind of stall out in, like, I don't know, P1, C3. That's when I would start looking at these units. Rica can be replaced by a lot, and again, mine's not ruined. We're getting through the rune overhaul. But Rica can be replaced by a lot. Nora works, Water Nobra works, Fire Dokkaebi Lord works. I think I've seen some variants with, like, Wind Desert Warrior. I don't know. That one's a little weird. There's a lot you can replace Rica with, but I would get some form of Rica-like unit. This will give you easy ToA Hard. Easy ToA Hard. ToA Hard that isn't as difficult. Ooh, Dark Slayer pull in chat. We gotta GZ that. But also it sets you up for this dot team, which is a secondary swap up or a pivot pick for situations where you're running into the Triton with, well, he doesn't have a speed lead, but for dealing with Triton speed lead, it gives you a turn 2 comp but you really need a dot unit to pair with Sath in order for this to be successful. And I do run the Veramos lead, so you're not sweating the rest of the team too much. It's just get the dot unit, really. Once you've got the dot unit, I think my last pick for the list is Trix. Once you have everything else, this guy is a bully. He is a monster. He is insane. He doesn't even need good rune quality. He just exists and people die. It's awesome. It's hilarious. You probably want the rest of your account built first. It's a little difficult to get the tuning right. There's a reason my runes aren't on the team right now. It's because I needed to tune it up, and I haven't finished yet. But my last pick, definitely Trix for the dot team, but you would absolutely have to have this bottom unit first, no matter what you pick for it, whether it's the Nobara or what have you. Definitely, I would get yourself a Trix. Now, all of that being said, let's say you're a whack job bananas early game account and you happen to just stumble your way into, I don't know, what's extra funny? Let's say you happen to pull yourself a, where is she? Where's Giana? There she is. Let's say you happen to pull yourself a Giana. So you've got this crazy LD5 that eats all your rune quality because she's just hungry. And you can stun people and put bombs out, and it's awesome, and it's hilarious, and this is cool. But you still can't get out of Fire, and you don't quite know why. Or maybe you do know why, and you're frustrated by it. Go get your Seara. This is one of the few situations where I would pick off of this list for units that just supersede it. Your account needs it for something you already have to be successful. You take it here, for sure. You skip everything else and you take it here. I don't care if you have a Teshar or not. If you have Giana and you don't have Seara, take Seara. Period. You just do it. To the same extent, if, I don't know, again, you're insane or you've spent way too much money on the game and you're still mid to early game and you happen to have this dumb thing that they decided to allow into this game, you go get that Leo. Period. You just do it. I mean, you got Lucifer, you got Ragdoll, you've got, honestly, even Artemiel's not a bad match for him. You take the Leo. If you have monsters that can combo, you take the other combo. Period. Seriously, I love Teshar, I love Liam. The speed teams are fun, it's super satisfying, it's great to get runes fast, everything's important about it, don't get me wrong. You have a Lucifer, bro, go get the Leo. Just do it. I'm not going to blame you at all. Not even a little bit. That might be all I had to say on the choose your own events, though. I know that was a lot of ranting and angry talk, but I think we got it.